Thank you, yes.
So we have someone who crashed our panel. Welcome, Zeno Robinson. Thanks everyone for joining us today. How's the con been?
Fabulous.
Awesome.
Yes.
That's great, that's great.
So great. Fancy.
Best, most beautiful fans in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we're going to start off the panel by asking a question directed right at Zach.
I'm scared. What did you eat for breakfast?
I had...
Dang, nothing. I had breakfast. I had nothing. Sorry, what was your question?
It's been a busy con, it is totally okay. Okay, so Tanjiro is very sincere and compassionate, and that makes him very unique. When you're filming or recording, how do you strike a balance between the dramatic combat sequences and his tender moments?
Oh wow, that's a great question. You know, I think he's just a very dynamic character. So it is tricky, right? Because you want to make it sound, you want to make those like innocent moments sound like just really special and have that compassion come through in his voice. And it's tricky because, you know, when you're doing the screaming and then you go back into being very soft, I try to save the screaming as much as I can for the very end. And I'm talking even about like the battle efforts too. Because for me, I think doing like that's what gets to my throat. Not the like, not just like a full power scream, but it's those grunts that you have to like.
And you gotta do a lot of breathing too. Huh?
That's right, I do the breathing as well. Like,
I remember Steve, our director, would always talk to me. He's like, "Oh, poor Zach. I saw him almost pass out from trying to hold a really long breath." Because then Tanjiro would go like, "Shh," for like 20 seconds.
Yeah. I think it's interesting for sure, but I do my best to like really drive it home when we have those soft, like, you know, tender moments, or when he's like, "Nezuko, everything's gonna be okay." You know, like just really trying to like nail it in. That's why you got hired.
Oh, I love that. That was beautiful.
Right from the kokoro.
Tanjiro has come a long way, and we're very, very proud of him. This is for the cast. Which Demon Slayer moment required the most to get perfect? So for you to perfect that moment, and why was it either funny or difficult for you?
Okay, so we all know that when we watch like sort of like somebody getting a little bit crazy, that the Japanese voice actor ends up putting this kind of maniacal sort of heady voice that they add to it. So the tricky thing for me in the very last episode is that Muzan's been here the whole time. He just sort of lives here. And then I listened to the Japanese ref when he started to lose it, like with Tamayo and stuff, and he's kind of doing this sort of thing, right? And I'm like, how on earth do I incorporate that into what I've established for Muzan? So you can hear a little bit of it. I didn't go as far as the Japanese because it just wouldn't make any sense, but I did, in order to honor the Japanese performance, I tried to add a little bit of that. So in that last episode, you can hear hints of like crazy eyes, but it was still Muzan.
It was like cool crazy eyes.
It was, yeah, crazy eyes.
Shaggy Scooby-Doo crazy eyes.
That was the hardest thing for me.
I had been waiting so long to do Genya stuff that like when it came time to do it, I think I like was really particular about kind of everything. But I think the thing that was like, I think the thing I wanted to be most specific about was differentiating between like Genya's like his standard gruff voice, and then there's a demon gruffer sort of kind of voice thing going on. So like getting the Genya's demon mode correct while still not making him too one note was like something I had to really be mindful of when we were recording.
My favorite part was when he's like, "I ate a demon."
What? He was like, I ate demons, just so you know.
This is a song.
Yeah, just, you know, a knife and a fork and maybe a demon finger. Wrong show.
For me, when we were first establishing the character, it was super tough because, you know, I've never walked into a booth and had the entire script be in capital letters. So I was like, well, that's something. And the first time we did it, I remember it was like we took 7 hours for the first episode that Zenitsu ever appears in because we were so particular about it. And back then I was like, yeah, he just sounds just like that. It was super, super tough to just lay down that groundwork. And now it's been like 5 years since we've done it. Really, it's been a long time. So now it's kind of just like, you know, turning on and off a light switch. You know, it's much easier now. But I remember, I think with everybody in the beginning, we're all very picky about how we sound and stuff like that. But I know the person who has to record the most lines.
It's me.
You have to record like a whole encyclopedia.
It's a monologue. I feel like that's kind of the thing with Tanjiro, right?
He's like the type of character who talks to himself when he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure there's no toilet paper.
I really gotta go. Wait.
Tanjiro, don't make eye contact with the guy next to you.
I'm supposed to stand right next to him, right? Even if there's 10 stalls open.
He needs my company. That's true friendship.
Wait, why am I wet?
Enough that.
I know, this could go so many bad places. What was the question? What is the hardest, like, thing?
What did you, what moments did you,
what moments do I what?
Sorry, what moments did you feel like you needed to perfect, whether they were funny or difficult?
Oh, wow. Oh, geez. There's so many. I mean, for me, I think the moments that I always hyper-focus on are just those like intense fight scenes. The one with Hantengu at the very end of the Swordsmith Village was one I was thinking about for a long time. I'm like, oh wow, like, you know, how do I like do this? And then there's the whole scene with Nezuko and like the crying, and I'm like, okay. And it's so over the top, right? Like he's just like, just the way that he cries, like it's very loud, it's very over the top, and I'm like, okay, how do I bring this down and, you know, make it like I want it to be over the top, but also sound grounded at the same time. And then, yeah, I mean, I was coming off of like the fight scene and the screams, and like I said, I like to jump around if I can to save my voice. But I think on that scene for that episode, I think I just went all the way through, and I did the screaming, and that kind of put me in the zone to like feel the emotion. And I love listening to the music. I don't know if you guys are the same.
Yeah,
Like you hear
that's essential.
yeah, like I need to hear the music. Can you guys like make sure the track is on? Because sometimes like there are shows I've worked on where it's just muted. I'm like, can I hear the music like while we're doing this so I could get a feel for the scene? And then it puts me into the emotion. I'm like, okay, let's do it. Let's go.
That's how you
And that was
record
the
it.
scene.
Yeah, as he's crying, he's singing the song lyrics.
Wow, that was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. So I had to find a question for you, Zeno.
I'm super
Genya.
Ray Chase, by the way.
Like, thank you so much for joining us. Genya has this strong, silent edge. What do you think he would actually do for fun if he let his guard down?
Oh, I think he would like cooking. That's really funny now that I think about that. Can I say cooking?
Cooking?
Yeah, you know, make him a nice
I think
demon
he would
stew.
You're all about eating demons, huh?
I think especially because his whole thing is he has a really special digestive system. So every one of the demon slayers sort of has this thing with a sense, right? So like while Tanjiro's is smell and Zenitsu's is hearing, Genya's is taste. And it leads into the digestive system. So I think like if he actually let his guard down, he'd probably be like an excellent cook.
Yeah.
Cooking. What would be his favorite dish, though?
Favorite dish that's not a demon? I'm sure demons don't taste great.
Like Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah. Dear Gordon Ramsay. Like on Twitter.
He's like making a TikTok. This one's for Gordon Ramsay.
Please review my food. I think he could make a pretty decent like curry. Good, yeah.
Ooh.
See, everybody, curry's good.
Yeah, you're making me hungry.
Yeah, I make myself hungry.
That's great. Maybe we should do an episode featuring Gordon Ramsay. That'd be a great episode. No.
I'm so with it. Like demon Gordon Ramsay.
And he's like, he see a demon, he's like, what the fuck are
Yeah,
you saying?
exactly. His blood demon heart's just like verbally berating the demon slayer. Like, my feelings are so hurt.
The demon's like, you know what, man, I don't even want to fight anymore.
Yeah, it's just hurtful.
Speaking of a random thing popping into the show, if you all could create a demon based off of your darkest fear, what would it look like?
Like as people, our darkest fear?
Yes.
Mine would be a crowd of people.
The crowd of people demon.
The crowd of people demon. It's one demon, but it's like people that are conjoined together in the whole crowd. And they come up to me and they're like, excuse me, are you free right now?
Is your name Aleks Lee? Are you?
Mine would be a demon that comes up and tells you have a test that you've not studied for.
Oh no.
Because the one recurring nightmare that I've had my whole life I still get literally like once a month, which makes me so mad because it's very upsetting, is that I'm back in college and I realize I have a test that I've not studied for. Like I literally haven't been to the class for the entire half of the semester and I have to go and take a test. It's very stressful.
That's horrifying.
It is.
That is very scary.
But it's always nice to wake up and realize I have no responsibilities.
Right, as an adult, we have no responsibility. Nothing to worry about as an adult, that's all.
I thought I had responsibilities today. Thank God I'm an adult.
I thought I needed to pay the rent. Never mind. What are you thinking?
I don't know. Yeah, my greatest fear.
What is your
probably-
greatest fear? Just to know, just so I can have it.
Just curious. No.
Just curious.
No ulterior motives here.
Well, I mean, it's kind of already been done in a way with the show.
Yeah.
I don't like spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders. It'd be like that big freaking spider from Harry Potter. You know,
Yeah.
like when he goes to the forest.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing is. Ugh.
So it's already in the show.
Yeah, it's kind of already in the show. It's
What about you?
I don't know. The black void non-existence demon?
What is that? What is that?
like sensory deprivation.
Yeah,
like
just
nothing.
like absolute nothingness.
Ooh.
Would he be in the shape of like a house and then you'd have to enter?
Yeah, and then the house is formless. It's just like space.
So wait a second. Okay, so I've met a few people recently. So you have like a fear of death and the unknown.
I have a fear of non-existence.
Right.
I don't necessarily fear death. I fear non-existence.
Yeah,
I think that's terrifying.
And there's a word for it. I don't know, but apparently this is a pretty common thing that people have. It's like, and I don't get it. I've never understood it because to me, like death is like the ultimate nap. Like you literally have no responsibility after that.
This guy's all about no responsibility.
I can't wait to die. So I don't have any responsibility.
I've talked to folks who feel the way you do, and it's like even thinking of before you were born that you didn't exist. That's terrifying.
That's also scary. Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
I
pretty
mean, not in
like,
a judgment way. I'm just like I don't get
that's
it.
like existential dread.
Yeah.
Me, I'm
Like
more so.
existential dread demon.
That's what it is.
Thank you so much.
It's a very heady addition to the show.
I was just gonna be like, I'm scared of like a really big fish or something like that. All right.
No, that's another. I think that's my biggest fear is being in. What is it called when you're like in open water and you're worried about like the megalodon coming and killing?
A fear of
No,
sharks.
man, I'm scared of that too. No, like a giant creature. Just like
Oh, just something you just have never
and
seen
you look,
before.
you look underneath and it's
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Like you are a little
Sharknado.
grain of sand like in the middle of. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like,
yeah,
you're
okay.
in-
in a way, all of our fears are kind of connected.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
Although I would rather get eaten by the big monster than just like get tired and drown. Like, out in the middle of there,
I thought you were
right?
gonna say I'd rather get eaten by the big monster than find out I had a test that would say.
And then have a responsibility that
I unlocked a lot of fears today. This would have been my final question. If you folks would like to start lining up with your questions, there is a mic right there. Please do it slowly, slowly, slowly.
Walk, don't run.
Single file.
Please and thank you.
Push over the person in front of you.
So my final question will be directed to Greg. Muzan has a frightening and mysterious nature. What makes playing such a strong antagonist so enjoyable for you?
I think because, and I've said this before, the thing that I really connect with Muzan is that we all, I think, go through life with hardships. When it comes to, when I was young, I grew up in sort of like a primarily Caucasian neighborhood, and I was one of the only minorities around. And you know, kids, I mean, they don't necessarily treat you all that great when you look different and all that kind of stuff. So I felt very outcast and sort of ostracized as a young person. So when Muzan has his whole arc where he's sick and he's looking at everybody else having fun, he sort of feels out of it. And kind of the feelings of not only like sadness, but anger that come out of that is something that's very personal to me, because that's kind of a big scar from my childhood. And so playing Muzan allows me to kind of indulge some of the negative energy that I still hold inside as much as I try and let it go. And kind of release it in a therapeutic way, because it comes from a very authentic place, and I'm like, well, if I'm going to be scarred, I may as well entertain somebody with it.
Yeah.
And so putting it into the show and really putting all of that energy into the show it feels good for me.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you
it's
so much. Now I'm going to open up the questions to you all. Again, we're going to keep it to one question per person, and the questions will be scanned by our lovely volunteer over here. So our first person, hi.
Hi. What is your favorite line and favorite episode from any of the seasons?
Ooh, okay. Favorite lines and favorite episodes. Should we go?
Nezuko!
Alright, so what episode was that from?
Every single one.
Favorite lines?
So far, right now, one of my favorite lines is it's in one of the, what's it called? The after.
Yeah.
What is that called? The post show. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The
Taisho Secret.
Taisho Secret.
Yeah.
It's with Tanjiro and Genya, and he's like, "We're friends. Remember we shared the hot spring together?" And he's like, "We're not friends.
We're bestest friends.
Yeah. No, we're not.
And here I thought we could bond together
In our nakedness. We're not friends."
Mine used to be when I was cursing Akasa out as little boy Muzan. And I would say, why do you exist if your sole purpose has become to disappoint me?
Dang. Don't cry.
But I think I have a new favorite from this last episode, where I get to say, I'll massacre every last one of you before sunrise! That's a fun one.
My favorite one, and I tell every show, you get one of this.
You get one. You
Yeah, one every show. All right, this is from episode 11 when Zenitsu first shows up and he meets Inosuke for the first time, and he goes, "Ah! It's a monster!" That's the one. That's my favorite one. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's such a funny screen.
We all have to prepare our ears.
Yeah. So I'm right next to him.
I should have done like this.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
This is for Super Weight Taste.
Oh, it's super right
Super
there.
Chase, yes. Yes, hello.
How do you think Genya found out by the demon slayers?
How do you find out?
Yeah, how do you think he found out?
I think his brother went first. After the thing that happened with their parents, with their mom. His brother went first, and then Genya went after him to apologize. Yeah.
And then he's like, I should eat those demons.
You know, I should
tasty.
He was in the selection like, I wonder what would happen if I just
I took a little
took
nibble.
a little bite. I'm kind of hungry.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have a do you guys usually do to like maintain that and not completely just ruin your voices when you have to do such intense scenes?
That's our secret. We always ruin our
Yeah.
voices.
The voice just gets ruined.
Well, there are some preventative measures that we can take beforehand. Like one of the big ones for me recording this character is that I like to, usually an anime session lasts 4 hours long, a day. And for this character in particular, I was like, let's cut it down to 2 hours. So we only do 2 hours of Zenitsu a day. And then I also drink they have 7 water bottles there, and every take I just take
Yeah.
sips.
Instead of the water bottle, it's the Ninjang bottle. I just bring the whole thing, and I
Really?
yeah,
You
and I
just chug it.
just drink it straight. Yeah, just drink it straight.
I remember, so Steve Bloom, right?
Yeah.
He played one of the demons in episode 12, I think. And I remember, out of the blue, I'd never interacted with him before. I just took a picture of my bottle, and I was like, oh, I drank all of this for Zenitsu today. And out of nowhere, never interacted with this man before. He's a legend, I love him. He just comments on my tweet, and he's just like, that will give you the runs. I'm like, thank you, Steve.
It is
Thank you
a
for
pretty
the
effective
advice.
diuretic. It is.
For some people.
For
I've
some
never
people.
I've never had that
It's
experience.
either, yeah.
But I was like, well, then this is my first interaction with him. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
that's very funny.
That's
That is
my
cool.
only interaction.
A funny warning.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, my turn. Thank you. If Demon Slayer had come out in the late 90s, early 2000s, and if it was dubbed by 4Kids Entertainment, would it have gotten the localization treatment? Do any of you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
People got show of hands.
100%. Yeah. All the gore would be removed.
Right.
Tanjiro would be named Tanner.
Zenitsu would be Zane.
My name's Tanner Slayer, and I'm part of the Demon Slayer.
Muzan would be Michael.
We all know the rice, but the rice balls would become people. Come on.
Yeah. Rice ball donuts, the jelly
I would
donuts.
pay to see that.
Same actually. I wonder if the cast would.
This needs to happen.
Yeah, I want this.
There would be no demon slaying, it would be demon training.
Yes.
So every time they meet a demon, they're like, we're just training,
Demon
right?
fighter. It would be called Demon
Just
Fighter.
train demons.
Yeah.
When Tanjiro kills them, he would be like, you're taking a nap, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'll see you later.
I put that demon to sleep.
He's not dead, he's just gone to heaven.
Very good piece of information.
He's not dead. He's just gone to heaven. It's so funny. That means,
Awesome question.
yes, thank you.
Thank you. Tiffany says hi, Alex.
Who do we got next?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm very nervous.
No.
Me
all
too.
good, all good.
So, my question was, what was your favorite blooper that you did?
Favorite
Blooper.
Like, if you messed up a line.
I'm like, I take it way too seriously whenever I'm recording. So usually when people mess up, they would say
it's so
something
not
funny.
fun,
Yeah, so whenever I mess up, it's actually really tense for everybody in the room because I mess up, we're like, again, one more time.
Yeah.
One more time. Like, it's so angry. I'm like,
Because you're just screaming every line trying to match impossible to
no, it's like it gets your blood level up, and then they would play it for me, and then Bryce would leave a blooper for me, and I'd listen to the scene. He's like, I can smell my own farts.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, I remember there was a scene that I recorded, and Bryce had left me something that I can't repeat on this panel. It was hilarious though, because they left the volume at max. They didn't turn it down in my headphones. The levels weren't adjusted. So everything else was low level. I hear the music, I'm about to say my heartfelt line, we gotta get out of here. And then all of a sudden I hear he comes in with his laugh and he says something very bad. I don't remember what I don't really remember a whole lot of my bloopers.
Anything for you, Greg, or are you also locked in when you're recording?
I think what happens with me, Busted takes are very, I'm very foul-mouthed, and I generally just drop a string of F-bombs if I mess up a line. And it sounds like Muzan like stubbed his toe really bad. Because I just start cursing. So
I feel like this is our table is the no fun table.
Yeah,
We're
we
all
know.
we all just take it too seriously.
Too serious.
yeah, it's always very
Ask
awkward
Bryce.
situation.
Bryce has the best
Yeah,
bloopers.
Bryce, Bryce Bendiskin has fun, you know?
Yeah. Thank you.
It's because Bryce isn't matching the timing, you know? He's
Yeah.
like, because he's got the mask on.
Right.
He's just like, I can do whatever I want.
No fun.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I would like to ask if you could voice act any character from a different anime, what character would you voice act?
Oh, wow.
That's a tough one because usually a lot of shows that I watch, I'm just like the person who they got is already
Yeah.
doing such a good job.
Yeah. It's always like, this question always like, that's my peer, that's my friend, they're doing great. So it's a tough one to be like, I would voice their guy.
Maybe a show that hasn't been dubbed yet.
It's not dubbed? Is there a show that's like not dubbed yet?
Oh,
There's a few.
Fate Zero. Who did Grant George voice in Fate Zero?
Lancer.
Lancer.
Yeah.
That, I would love to do that. But Fate Zero is a very special anime because it's what inspired me to actually want to do anime as a voice actor.
Really?
So,
I remember watching that like before the dub was announced and really wanted to play Shiro.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Genya is so cool. I want to play Shiro so bad.
That's a really tough one.
It's a toughie. It's a toughie.
I've seen a show called Banana Fish.
Banana Fish!
I don't think that one has
That's not done yet.
That'd be a cool show to do. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Anything for you?
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
There's a show called.
It's hard when you're in all of them.
Yeah, right. It's such a big problem.
It's not an anime, but I hope in the future, at some point, I have a chance to be a part of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Hey, Avatar's an anime.
That's true. You can be a cabbage descendant.
I want to be. I would love to be one of the Cabbage Man's descendants.
Oh, you know what you can be? You know those people from like overseas that come over with like new products and new merch?
Yeah.
You can be your own version
Like a
of
little
cabbage.
merchant.
You can be like
Okay.
Potato Man or something.
Yeah.
Get your potatoes here!
That's great. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, who's next?
Hello.
hello.
So my question is, what type of music do you think the characters that you play would listen to?
That's a very good question. Why don't we start with Greg?
Muzan definitely smooth jazz. A lot of Kenny G. Like when he's mixing chemicals and stuff, he just wants to like rely. Yeah, Kenny G and Enya basically.
Not Michael Jackson. This is
Not
a perfect Michael Jackson opportunity.
I think he would hate, just because he has such a big
Yeah.
ego, he would hate any music with like any voice in it. Because he's like, I could sing better.
Genya.
Where?
They're
Oh,
up there.
hi!
We
I
love
love
you.
you more!
Definitely just heavy metal.
You think so?
Heavy.
I thought he would be like a sweet boy, you know?
He is a sweet boy, but he's got a lot of issues, and heavy metal is
That's
a way
true.
to process.
He's a troubled sweet boy.
Yeah,
That's
he's a
right.
sweet guy.
I was always saying that I think Zenitsu would totally listen to one of those like K-pop girl groups. He wouldn't even care about the music all that much. He'd just like watch the MVs and collect all their trading cards. That's it.
That is so funny. Wow, I don't know. Maybe just classical music or something, you know? Like,
I feel
yeah,
that.
I can
see that.
I could see.
Tanjiro would listen. He would like to listen to Aleks, probably.
Yeah. No, he's just like,
You think Tanjiro would have listened to Miami?
listen to what?
I said Will Smith.
He'd be like, what kind of music is this? It's kind of good.
And Will Smith doesn't curse. He's got the cleanest rap. It's so Tanjiro coded.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey.
This one's for Alex. doing Zenitsu's voice is doing Marshall's voice in Vacation.
Well, it was that's what I was saying. People would come up to me during the Swordsmith Village, and they're like, "I'm so sorry you're not in this season." I'm like, "No, it's okay. this is my year off. This is my vacation year." Yeah. No, working on MASH was really fun, but actually, I think working on Mashal was much harder than Demon Slayer because there's a lot of things like whenever you just do like a monotone delivery, it's very hard to nail the comedy. So it takes a lot more like focus and skill to like try to figure out how to make moments funny when you're like limited to talking like this. So that was a lot harder, but yeah, it was a nice break from screaming. That much is true. Thank you for the question.
Yep, thank you.
Are you from Nashville?
I think so.
Yeah,
I see it right there.
My question is, what is your favorite video game or video game series and why?
Ooh,
The Last of Us, for me.
Yeah.
I love The Last of Us, and for me, like, sound design is everything. And the sound, the squishy sort of gross kind of...
Have you played Silent Hill 2, the remake?
No, everybody...
You gotta check that out, man.
I just got that game.
You gotta check that out.
That and Dead Space, like stomping on the necromorphs and like all that squishy
Silent
bone
Hill 2, though. I agree.
Silent Hill 2. That's
Silent Hill 2.
I think is that a Persona outfit I'm seeing?
It is a Persona outfit. Yeah, they're Tuesday. Yeah. I saw them this morning. We walked in together. It was great. Unfortunately, it's not Persona. It's Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts. That's a good one. Oh man, that's tough. Do you have a favorite game series?
Oh wow. For me, I was raised on Halo, so I love the Halo franchise. You know, Halo 3 dropping in, you gotta give the Covenant back their bomb. Cortana's like, "But Chief, what if you miss?" And he's like, "I won't."
When Master Chief win. Zach Aguilar, Master Chief win.
Oh, hopefully soon.
Yeah.
I know Steve Downs. I see him all the time
That's so
at the
cool.
conventions. He's so sweet.
That's so tough. Game series. There's just so many that I enjoyed. I think ones that I will remember, I think, are definitely like the early PS4 era. Cause I didn't play games for a long time because like I never had enough money for a console. But when I started working as a teenager, I saved up enough and I bought myself a PS4.
Nice.
And then I played, the first game I played was God of War on the PS4. And that one, and then I played the first Spider-Man, and then also Uncharted 4, and I was like, whoa, video games is awesome! Yeah, so I love those games, but I don't know, I love story-heavy games, but one game that I really enjoy that keeps coming back to my mind is Devil May Cry 5. DMC, they're so much fun. But yeah, I think a lot of those, there's too many good games. There's too many good
And
games.
shout out to Skyrim too, of course.
Shout out Skyrim. Shout out Persona.
Shout out Persona,
Of course.
I'm just a very bad reader, so I can't play JRPGs on that well.
Hi. I know that in Demon Slayer, all the Demon Slayers, like, they primarily have, like, those crows, or, like, in Zenitsu's case, the sparrows,
Yes.
like, their main pet. But, like, if the Demon Slayer characters were to have any other animals for a pet, what would they have?
A mini alligator that walks around. Just like Florida man status. The demon would show up and be like, whoa, is that an alligator? Yeah, man.
A little tappy cat, you know?
Well, there is a cat in the show. The one that like disappears
It's
with the
the,
backpack.
I think
on.
its name starts with like an M. I always forget what it's called.
Yeah. And what would you take?
A wolf. Just a straight wolf from the forest.
That's a very Genya answer.
Yeah. Just a wolf.
Either ball pythons or Japanese fighting fish.
Oh.
Okay.
That's a really good answer.
Wait, fish?
Fighting fish. Fish.
It's a fish, right? What did you do? You have in a fishbowl with like those motorized carts? or would you invite the demon over to your house so he could see the fish?
That would be so. Look at my fish, Upper Moon 3. Look at
You're like, is that all you wanted me to see? Yeah, that's it.
That's it. You're dismissed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do we got?
Hey.
If you could visit an anime world, like any other series, which one would you choose?
Visit a what?
Anime world.
Different show in Demon Demon Slayer.
Oh, and like hang out there and just do stuff?
Live there.
No responsibility.
That's tough. Yeah, what?
God, no taxes.
No taxes.
So Animal Crossing's out.
That's a really good question. You wouldn't want to be in like any shonen shows.
I always say Pokemon.
I was
whenever
gonna say
get asked.
Pokemon. Yeah.
That seems like a pretty
It's
good
all-
life.
Yeah, at 10 forever. You can move out at 10 and travel the world collecting adorable little creatures.
That's a
And
really
they
good
fight.
answer.
And they fight for you.
And they fight for you. Yeah, you do not
I like to fight
And then
anymore.
when you win the fight, you get money. That's how you make
yeah.
a living.
You know in Pokemon, whenever Brock makes those like food for the Pokemon,
The jelly
Yeah.
donuts.
no, not those. Just like the little like. I've always wanted to try those.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know that probably wouldn't taste good, but it looks
Yeah,
delicious.
Pokemon food looks delicious.
What if they
Maybe,
are?
maybe
They might be.
scrumptious.
All right, so that's our answer.
Scar-
Go on,
yeah.
Pokemon Go. Pokemon.
Voltron, man.
Space.
Yeah, either Voltron or Robotech. Yeah, well,
See,
that'd be
my
pretty awesome.
concern with like being in anime is that you're never guaranteed to be the main character. So you could just be like a civilian. Yeah, like everybody is out there having fun, and you're just like, man, I wish that were me. And then your house
I wish
blows
I was
up.
one of the 7 people.
And like Goku crashes through your window and
Right.
destroys your house. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi,
Hello.
Hey.
here's my question. If you were Hashira, who would you be?
Like a real one or a made up one?
Real one.
A
A real one.
Who would you be?
Oh, I'd be Rengoku, man. Rengoku's my favorite.
Set your heart ablaze.
Plus, he's constantly eating, which is like the best life
That's
ever.
true.
No responsibilities except to eat.
Tasty. I have Super Ray Chase on here for a reason.
Yeah.
I would definitely pick
Tengen?
Tengen.
I
Yeah.
would choose Tengen too.
Yeah, Tengen's so cool.
He's awesome.
Ladies, man. This guy.
No, I didn't.
No! Not the 3 beautiful wives I would have. That's not
Wow,
wow.
that's quite a defensive reaction. You gotta protest a little too much there, you know?
I want to be him because he has cool jewelry on his head.
Abilities.
No, I get it. I agree.
I was gonna say Tengen too, but I'm gonna go with Muichiro. So I can be Griffin Burns sitting in a beanbag, like you know how all of his sessions are. And
Just
he's
chilling.
like, Mist Freak. No, that's too loud, Griffin.
Wow.
Mist. No, that's still too loud. Mist Griffin.
There it is.
That's it.
Perfect.
That's the take.
Thank you.
But you're a cat.
No. I don't think no.
Hi.
Who's your favorite character, but it can't be you?
Oh, who's your favorite character?
Favorite character can't be me.
It's Inosuke. I love him because he's
It's
crazy.
hard to be. I love that whenever we have a scene with him that's indoors, he's always just doing whatever. He crashes through the window, he's on the ceiling.
He's
He's
a
hard to
maniac.
be. He's hard to be.
I'm a big Tanjiro fan. I think Tanjiro is so cool. I think he's so nice. And I really admire him. Say Tanjiro.
Rengoku for life.
Rengoku. He's great.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question isn't really about the anime. It's about like the whole experience. Like, have you like out of everybody like you've worked with, have you made any like best friends that you would like hang out with like outside and just be like, hey, how are you doing and everything like that? Like, would you just be like, cup of coffee? Wanna go get some?
You know, like my friends do. Right?
The good thing about like working with such great, nice people is that like you tend to become fans of each other as well, and then become friends. Like, and it's almost inevitable because you'll see them at some point in, you know, whether it's at a con like this or like passing by in the studio, you'll see them. So it's a cool like community that you can like build with each other, and like that's how you become friends, and you guys go hang out or get lunch, or you know, you can confide in them about things that go on in the industry and things like that. Yeah, I cried in Aleks Lee's really
in the
strong
whole show.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Like in the whole show, like have you made any like direct friends that you like?
Yeah,
really
absolutely.
Yeah.
you know, he's not here, but we hang out, or I hang out with Ray all the time. We had a burger eating contest once.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
I've been to Alex's house.
Yeah.
A couple times.
Greg
nice.
and I, we've hung out too before. We've done a few nights where we just chill in his cool backyard, his awesome backyard.
I want to chill in Greg's cool, awesome backyard.
Well, you're all invited.
Okay, and that's how that
there we go.
happens. And now I'm going to be in Greg's backyard.
But honestly, if I had the time and the bandwidth, I would love to. I'm trying to invite people over more often. Todd Appencorner and I, you know, we talk a lot. Todd and I are pretty close. But I like, you know, Kirk Thornton the other day. I
He's
said,
so
Kirk,
great.
yeah, come over and have a beer with me,
Love
right?
Kirk.
So, you know, we're all so busy because it's such a hustle, this business and stuff.
Yeah.
But when we do have time, yeah, I do like calling people out for coffee. Abby and I have hung out, had coffee and stuff. You know, so it's just whoever, you know, pops to mind, and when you have a free moment, whoever's sort of top of mind, you just reach out and try and make it happen.
That's a nice question.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Just wanted to let everyone know we do have time for a few more questions, okay?
Do I see an Ace Attorney beanie in the audience, or am I tripping? That's you. Okay, I did see that. That is Ace Attorney. Awesome. Objection! I love those games.
Hi, what would probably be the scariest demon to run into in real life?
Ooh, from the show, the scariest demon to run into in real life. Probably Muzan, honestly. Because you wouldn't even know he's a demon. You just like run into some guy, and if you forget to say sorry, he'll like skin you alive.
He might kill you even if you do say sorry.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, it's no problem. He turns around and your skin is just gone. You're like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, it was my fault. Don't worry, you're fine.
With your head's falling from your shoulders. Yeah, definitely Muzan. Muzan just like indiscriminately kills. I think the other demons are like, I want to fight a strong demon slayer.
Or they're just like goofy and silly, like, yeah, I'm the arm demon. And Muzan sits there, I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah.
So that's our answer.
That's the answer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Muzan. Lock it in. That's a good answer.
Show me Muzan.
Right. Ding.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
I wanted to ask if you're familiar with like playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah.
I have never played it.
I've never played either.
I've played. It's fun.
Played?
Yeah.
I was super into it when I was younger, and now I just don't have time. I would love to do it. It just,
I wanted to ask, like, if your character was in Dungeons and Dragons, what class would they be?
What class would they be?
Ooh, Genya would be a monk. Who's chanting, right? And he'd be like a monk. What's the like? Bless you. Like a monk, bless you. Rogue. Combined class.
Like,
he'd be like a monk rogue.
I see.
Multi-class. Yeah.
I think Zenitsu would be a bard.
He would be a bard. I believe that.
He's got that.
I think Tanjiro. What would he be? I think Tanjiro would be a paladin because he's very like nice and holy and good.
Muzan would be a lawful evil cleric. It's a good cover, you know. Yeah, I can mix potions when they ask the questions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And this will be our last question.
Excuse me, my friend wants to go. For me, it's gonna be quick.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah.
This one's for Alex.
Yes.
A few weeks ago, I saw you made a short saying you will do it once per convention. Do the Nezuko chant scream.
Okay. Whatever you guys want.
Have you ever considered being a heavy metal?
That reminds me of, you know, Mario. He falls
And this is
into
officially
lava.
our last question.
Alright, last question.
Is this thing on?
Yes. Alright, and that's our time.
Great question. Thank you for your question.
What's your question?
Yes, it is.
If Muzan was called Michael Jackson, what would he do?
If he was called Michael Jackson,
If what?
If Muzan was called Michael Jackson by anyone,
Yeah.
anyone.
If anybody called Muzan Michael Jackson, what would he do?
Are you Michael Michael Jackson?
Oh, he would just like claw. Just,
Like, even if they were like a really sweet little girl that came over and he's like,
Oh, are you Michael Jackson, Miss Jackson?
You don't think he would hee-hee?
And then he'd go, beat it.
amazing question to end on. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Before we leave, can you let everyone know where they can find you?
oh, I'm in Hall C. Come say hi. No, I'm in A. The program actually says I'm in C, but I'm in A. I'm in A.
Are we also in
I don't know what hall I'm in.
I'm in whatever hall you guys
Whatever
are
hall
in.
Yeah.
you guys are in.
Come see us in there.
We're in the hall that what Chris and John?
Yeah.
That
Heresy
Goku
Chris
and
Sabat,
Vegeta are in.
I'll also be here.
Yeah.
I'm hearing that you are all in Hall C.
Hall C.
Hall
Yes,
C.
Hall C, yes.
We'll
you can find
see
them in Hall
you
C.
there.
All right.
Well, thank you so much.